Perhaps a number of the things that are striking about the regulation are the following ones, and this is a sample of the large categories. It's not necessarily all of them inclusively taken together. So the first one is the idea of fairness. One has to be legitimately concerned about what the technology can do in terms of its fairness, in terms of its bias, in terms of its impact on society in general when it comes to the fairness of its use. The second element to it that is very important in the regulation is the idea of transparency. As such, the best remedy for dealing with something like this is to put it out in the open. In other words, is to provide transparency for all those experts and non-experts to be able to trace from inception all the way to the end product and have a sense of understanding of these things that are not supervised during the training, what really happened in the intermediate steps. The next one that one can think about is this idea of ongoing assessment. So you start with something. Obviously, one of the greatest benefits of these systems is that these are systems that learn with time. One of the things that then needs to be put in place is a sense of constant ongoing assessment to ensure that we have a good grasp of what's going on as these systems evolve in one way or the other. One of the other things that I think is very helpful in the regulation is obviously the protection of privacy. The last thing that one wants is one would not want to acquire the benefits of this technology at the expense of sacrificing one's full privacy. The other one that I think is a tremendous insight and really a very, very good idea in the best practices that needs to be taken into account for this, it's the combination of both the necessary expert skills that need to work on the systems together with the integrity of the data that one chooses in order to train these systems on. So a rigorous scientific methodology combined with good quality data is likely to get us to where we need to get and obtain what we want. And perhaps the last two I can think about that are part of the regulation. One is the notion and the idea that collective mind working on trying to solve the problem is going to benefit the public at large. And obviously the last point, which is the critical one, is the public trust. So for all of this to be done properly, the disclosure to the public, the education to the public, the sense of responsibility of ensuring that the public trust is put at the front and center of this adoption. So that public trust cannot be eroded if these policies are not in place. And so the regulation and the policies that have come out, one can think about them as being a collection of all of these things that I have described in few words here. And obviously more can be found about them. All of the resources are available online to read about, but that would be a good summary and a good primer that encompasses the gist and the most key elements that are inside the regulation.